Hi everyone, I'm Russ.
Mark.
And this is a spirited endeavor.
All right, so it's 4th of July.
That's right.
All right, so American independence, we wanted to do something that was so quintessential America.
Yeah, so bottles that scream murica.
Murica. And we found 3 that just were all over the place. America.
Yep.
Red, white, and blue. Just right up our alley here.
Yes.
For this, or for our theme, I should say. So we've got the Jefferson's Reserve.
Yep.
And named after Thomas Jefferson, founding father. So this one is a 45% ABV. It is it's double oaked.
Yep.
And the in the maturation process, they used a grooved oak stave. So it's charred and then grooved and everything. So the whiskey really comes in contact with the barrel.
So more surface area inside the barrel means more whiskey comes in contact with the wood, which means you should expect to have more oak presence in this one, I would think.
Yeah, for sure. I expect barrel spices. Yeah. I expect oakiness. I expect that we're getting a splinter in our tongue drinking.
I suspect you might be right on that one.
All right. Number 2 is the Lusty Claw, and this one was purchased because American Eagle.
Yeah.
I mean, come
How
on.
can you not?
I mean, the bottle on this one's really, really interesting.
It is.
So it's embossed. It has the American Eagle topper, but they have a metal plate embossed on the bottle itself.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and Lusty Claw. I mean, come on. I mean,
how can you say no to that?
Exactly. So this is actually Lusty Claw Distillery.
Interesting. This is the first I've even heard of them, to be honest with you. So I'm really curious to see what this is all about.
Yeah, for sure. 45% ABV on this one.
Okay.
And it's just a Kentucky straight bourbon, and so I'm just seeing kind of where that one comes into the lineup.
Well, first experience with this distillery, so it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, for sure. So not only is our theme intact, but we get to try something just very different. It's not part of Heaven Hill. It's not part of Buffalo Trace. I mean, it's its own little distillery.
Yeah, we've kind of been drawn to the staples, as I think a lot of people are. It's neat to kind of veer off of that a little bit. Absolutely.
And then the third one tonight is the 1776.
Yep.
And this one is 50% ABV. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
James and Pepper. And oldest distillery in Kentucky.
I've not had anything from them, so I am very curious.
I am too. So 3 new ones.
Yeah.
So not any part of any large distilleries that we've come across before.
That's cool. Well, I'm looking forward to this one. So where do we want to start?
I think we're going to start off with the Jefferson's Reserve.
Okay.
And then we'll move on to the Lusty Claw, and then we'll finish on the 1776.
Sounds good.
1776 is 50% ABV, so I
give the other ones a fighting chance
exactly.
as far as that's concerned.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Alrighty.
Awesome. Dun 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 dun.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, of course. Ooh. I know, right? So that is dark.
Yes, it is.
Let me get into a lower register for that. Dark. Yeah, well, and it's very oily too.
Yeah, it really is. Oily, a little cloudy. Just it might be my glass actually. No, I think it's
got a little cloudy.
Cloudiness to it.
So
non-chill filtered, no color added, I would say.
That is correct. It is non-chill filtered. Now this one was bottled exclusively for a local package store that we frequent, Jack's over in Buford, Georgia.
So they picked 3 barrels, I think, and blended those?
They did.
To create this one.
Yep, twin oak wave staves, 3 barrel blends, bottled especially for Jack's. So this is batch number 4, bottle number 468.
Interesting.
Right here on the label.
I love it when you get local. I mean, we're fortunate. We've got some really good places around us. Hopefully you can say the same, but Jack's is definitely one of them. It's neat that they have something that's specific for them.
Oh, so very, very oak forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely getting a lot of vanilla and butterscotch, caramel. Yep. Little apple on this one too.
I'm picking that up as well.
You know, right on the nose. I got a little bit of spice in there as well. So it's like a caramel. You know, you take an apple slice and you dip it in the caramel.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting as well. Now, one thing I am noticing is that for a 45%, the nose is pretty strong.
Yeah, it really is. You know what I'm also getting on this is a little bit of tobacco. I'm getting just on the back end, just like a little tobacco note.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's absolutely the barrel influence on that.
I would have to say so. I'm definitely getting plenty of barrel impact on the nose.
That's the char from the barrel. You know, that's what that's giving us.
Yep. Well,
all right. Cheers.
Cheers.
So right up front, it's just spice on the tongue.
Yeah.
Bacon spices like heavy cinnamon, maybe some nutmeg, maybe a little clove. You know, like pumpkin pie spices, but like amped up.
To me, I get some of the like fresh cut lumber on the palate, in addition to the normal oak that you would expect.
Yeah, that's very oaky. All the way through the mouthfeel on it, everything just is spice.
The whole experience is definitely dominated by spice. It doesn't let up at any point.
No.
It doesn't really give the other flavors room to breathe. So it pushes everything else back. Now I do still get some of the caramel, and I get just a hint of the apple, but it's so dominated by the wood spice and the oak that it's Yeah, I think maybe some time open on this, you know, might improve it. Yeah, interesting.
You know, but I love the nose on this.
I agree.
I mean, I mean that is just worth going back for.
Yeah, for me, I think I like the nose a little bit more than I like the taste, the palate.
Yeah.
I think the nose promises some things that the palate just doesn't deliver, and that may come back to it being 45% ABV.
Yeah. Now I'm going to do something here. I'm going to put a drop of water in this. Just
if it kicks up the barrel spice, we're in trouble.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm kind of hoping it'll drop it down a little.
Let's see here. Now, as you acclimate
that muted the nose.
Yeah. As you acclimate, you think your taste would change, but again, a lot of fresh. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, that changes the nose really appreciably. All right. I mean, it's everything that it was. Yeah, it's everything that it was. It's just pushed to the background a little bit now.
It's not quite as in your face.
Yeah. I think it did take out some of the spice.
A little bit.
I'm getting it more in sort of like mid palate.
Same.
Rather than right up on the tongue. I think it teased out a little bit more caramel.
I agree. Yeah, by pushing the spice back a little bit, it gave the caramel a little room to breathe and kind of be present, so you could experience that. But it's an oak bomb.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
Yeah, and on the back end, I'm getting a little tannin on there that I'm not particularly enjoying.
Yeah, I'm noticing that as well, and I think it's even more present with the water than it was before. Yeah, for me. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I've had Jefferson before. I've never heard of the wave stave, so that's something new to me. Clearly, it works. I mean, the oak influence is definitely there.
It's there. Yeah.
So interesting. Not a favorite, but definitely interesting.
Yeah. I think that one's going to go back on the shelf for just a little bit.
Yeah.
And we'll see what a little time brings with we'll visit that one again.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll check it out next 4th of July.
Yeah, hey, maybe it becomes a thing.
Okay, so the Lusty Claw.
Dun, dun,
so yeah, this is straight bourbon, skillfully crafted, superbly smooth. You know, it's right here on the embossed on the metal plate in the bottle.
It must be true.
It's got to be true. Distilled and bottled in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh man, check out that. That's heavy.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's no joke right there.
Yeah.
I mean, with a name like Lusty Claw, there are certain expectations, I gotta say.
I tell you what, I think I love this whiskey already.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah, that thing, man, I could knock somebody out with this.
All right.
Cool. There you go, sir.
Go, yeah.
That is a lighter whiskey.
Yes.
Especially compared to the Jefferson, which again, the Jefferson, the oak, there's your color, but this one is a very light gold color.
Man, look at the oils on that one too.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
yeah, I mean that one is.
Man, you're not kidding.
I imagine that is going to have a nice lingering finish to it.
And I hope so. That is, yeah, that's exceptional, especially for that ABV.
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Very different than the
Yeah,
Jefferson.
Agreed.
So immediately, I've got. I mean, there's an oakiness to it.
Yeah,
but
certainly.
It is so different.
Yeah, it's more subtle than what we ran into with the Jefferson to begin with.
And I'm not getting all the caramel and vanilla in that quite, or at least not to that extent.
I'm getting like a musty corn.
Yes. Yeah, it's like a dusty. It's dusty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't know, the barrels. If they were, I'm, kind of like a mustiness of the barrel.
Yeah, this, to me, what it reminds me of, and I have nothing to draw from to come up with this, but it makes me think of like going into an old empty grain silo.
Yes.
The dust that you find in the air and some of the aromas that are left over.
Yeah, and you still get that graininess and that earthiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there. I get a little cereal on that. I don't know what the mash bill on
I'd be
this
curious
is,
about that as well, because it's not entirely corn.
It's
at least not on the nose.
No, I would almost put it like a wheat.
Yeah, like there's some sort of wheat influence to it.
Yeah, something different in there. This is just
Yeah.
not. This is not straight corn.
Yeah.
Interesting. Maybe a little rye, because it does have a little bit of a floral note to it, a little herbal note.
It's I will say so far on the nose, it's very, very unique.
Yeah.
Never anything quite like it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. So compared to the Jeffersons, that is much kinder on your palate.
I have to say, right off the bat, I prefer the mouthfeel on this one.
Mm-hmm.
The oils come across a little bit better on the palate, whereas the Jefferson felt like it was diluted a bit too much. This one, at least on the palate, just the sensation in your mouth feels good, like the oils were retained. It is very subtle compared to the Jefferson, especially
Yes.
as far as the oak is concerned.
Now, what I'm getting on this, especially on the back end of this, is I'm getting I'm tasting corn, like corn on the cob corn. If I were to take a ear of corn, throw it on the grill where it gets a little bit of the char on it.
Yep.
That's what I'm getting in
Sweet
this.
corn.
Sweet corn. I like this.
No, it's just a very pleasant whiskey. Not overly complex, but very well balanced. I like the balance between the corn and the barrel spice and the sweetness.
Yeah, this is a very nice whiskey.
Yeah, it is.
I'm actually really pleased with this one.
I am too. When I see branding and marketing like that, I get a little concerned, because sometimes you'll run into somewhere it's a one-trick pony. That's all they really bring to the table.
Yeah, a little gimmicky and that kind of thing. And
this one's actually a pleasant whiskey.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm enjoying this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that might be worth going back to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way the corn presents on that one and that nice little bit of sweetness I just enjoy that. That's solid, man. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cleanse the palate after that one.
Yeah. In some respects, it actually reminds me of the RM Rose. That we have a distillery here in Georgia that makes a bourbon, and this is kind of similar as far as the way the corn presents. I like it.
Interesting. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So number 3 tonight, 1776.
That's right. And this is a little bit higher proof. So we're 100 proof or 50% ABV on this one. Bing. Synthetic cork.
Love the synthetic cork.
Yep, absolutely. They store better than a conventional cork, which is kind of nice. There you go, sir. I'll trade you.
All right, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, the natural cork, they can break down, and certainly if you, for some reason store your whiskey sideways,
yep.
It can really eat away at the cork.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then of course, corks break.
That is also a problem, which we've dealt with.
Which we have, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
So again, another lighter whiskey. And I think that's more speaking towards just how dark the Jefferson was.
Now look at the oils on this one too. This is going to be a very, very oily whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfumey.
It is.
That's very perfumey. I'm not getting a ton of caramel. I'm not getting a ton of vanilla on that.
No, I was expecting a bit more of that, and it's not there. But yeah, I agree. It is a little perfumey.
Yeah, for something that's 50% ABV, I mean, it's very, very soft on the nose.
Yeah, that is probably the mildest on the nose of the three of them.
Yeah, it's very soft. I'm not really teasing out a lot in there. I'm getting maybe just a little bit of spice, but certainly that floral, like honeysuckle, maybe like a little honeysuckle or something like that, but not too sweet.
Yeah, for me, I'm getting basically like ethanol and a little bit of fragrance, like flowery, floral, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
and that's pretty much it.
All right.
Well, cheers.
All right, so
there it is.
Yep. So the spice was absolutely in there.
Yep.
It wasn't right on the tongue, but sort of mid palate.
Agreed.
You get the spice. A lot of baking spices in there.
Yeah. Nice vanilla to it though.
Yeah, and get a little bit of caramel and stuff like that.
Yeah. To me, it's not deep, dark, overly complex. But I will say the flavors that it has an abundance.
Yes. So I'm trying to figure this one out because I got the spice mid palate. I don't get a lot on the tongue.
No.
And then sort of on the back end, it's got the little bit of lingering spice. I mean it lingers. I mean the oils are there, and I'm definitely getting the oiliness of this whiskey.
Yeah.
But I'm not really picking up any strong flavors in there. I'm not, anything I can really grasp onto.
Funny you say that. I'm in total agreement with you on this one. There is vanilla there. There's certainly vanilla and maybe a little bit of caramel to that. There is barrel spice, and that's about it as far as my palate is concerned. There just doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on there.
Yeah.
What they bring you is, like I said, it's strong. There's no mistaking those flavors, but there's not much beyond that.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of where I am with this too.
Yeah.
Now I'm kind of curious. Now that we've sampled that one, I want to go back to the Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm just more and more of that caramel apple. And then I'm also getting a little graininess on this too that I didn't get before.
Oh wow. Yeah, you're not kidding. The Jefferson is a completely different animal now compared to that.
Yeah.
It's funny how that works. Having something else can unlock a palate or a nose.
Yeah. See now the spiciness is just gone.
Well, we added water to that too.
A little bit.
But it's been sitting here with the air, and that's definitely had an impact because I agree. It pushed a lot of that zip, that bite to the back, left more room for the sweetness, the caramel certainly. And a little bit of apple on it now.
A little bit of apple. I think that needs to be. I think you need ice in that one.
I agree. Yeah, that one could certainly deal with ice.
Yeah, that one can deal with ice. There's just nothing on the 1776 to I don't know. Let me try adding some water. See if that changes anything here.
I've got a little left, so I'll just do that. All right, we're going to add a little water here and see what that does. At 50% ABV, there should be room for water, and it should retain its flavor, especially with the oils that are present in this one. Just curious to see if maybe it brings a little bit more complexity.
Now,
oh, the
really
nose
brought
is
the,
nice.
Yeah, but it brought up more of that ethanol too.
Yeah, initially when I first put my nose in there, I swore I got just like a little fruit, and then I go back the second time, and you're right,
it's just gone.
Dominant.
It's just ethanol dominant.
Yeah, yeah.
Just made it spicier.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
not a fan.
Didn't really bring out any additional flavors.
Yeah, that's a shame. Well, I mean, based on what we've got here, what do you think is your order of preference?
I have to go with the Lusty Claw.
Yeah,
I think that's my favorite. I think I have to go to the Jeffersons after that, and then the 1776.
I'm with you, and I think I could go between the Lusty Claw or the Jeffersons, depending upon my mood. I could kind of flip those, but yeah, the 1776 I think is going to stay in the third place position for me.
Yeah, I think that may end up in the barrel.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I mean, the ABV is there at 50% ABV. It's not a slouch. Shouldn't knock your socks off, but yeah, I'm a little disappointed.
Yeah.
A little underwhelmed with the palate on that one, and the nose wasn't anything special either. I will say, at least with the other two, the nose was definitely more interesting, especially the Jefferson. Jefferson has a good nose.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think that may end up in the barrel.
Yeah,
I think we're putting in the cask of danger.
I could see that.
Barrel di Peligro.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
All right, fun selection.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right.
Well, happy 4th of July, everyone. Hope you're having a good time with family and friends.
Yep, stay safe.
We'll catch you later.
All right, bye.
Take care.